Jessie couldn't believe her eyes. 10 cents a cup? That was crazy. Even if they sold all 96 cups, they'd only make $9.60. And split 4 ways, that was just $2.40 for each boy. Evan was never going to earn $100 with that kind of profit. Jessie went down into the basement. Evan and Paul were playing air hockey. Whoosh! The puck flew into Evan's goal, and Paul threw his arms into the air in a victory V. "Oh, snap," said Evan. "You're winning." "Winning? Winning? Are you kidding me?" said Paul. Then he dropped his voice to a gravelly growl and said, "I don't play to win. I play to pulverize." Just like that muscle guy director in Agent Down, the movie that all the boys were talking about. Paul was even flexing his muscles like that actor, except that Paul didn't have any muscles, at least none that Jessie could see. When Paul saw Jessie, he dropped his arms. "Hey," he said. Paul was Jessie's favorite of Evan's friends. He always joked around with her, but in a nice way, and he never minded when Evan invited her to come along with them. "Hey," said Jessie, "what's up?" Evan turned off the air hockey table. "Nothing," he said. "We were just going out." Paul dropped his hockey paddle onto the table and followed Evan into the garage. Jessie trailed behind. "Where are you going?" she asked. "Down to the track," said Paul as he strapped on his bike helmet. "We put pennies there this morning, so we're going to get them now. Squashed, you know? You wanna?" "Yo!" shouted Evan. "My bee," muttered Paul. "So see ya," he said to Jessie. Jessie hated this feeling of being shut out, like she wasn't wanted. Evan had never made her feel that way before, even when sometimes he did want to be with just his friends. He'd always say things like, "Jess, we're going to go shoot hoops, just the two of us. But when we get back, we'll play Spud with you," so that she knew he still liked her even when she wasn't invited along. But this was like he hated her, like he never wanted to play with her again, and Paul was going right along with it. Jessie scowled. "So you really cleaned up today at the lemonade stand, huh?" she said. "Yep, we sold out," said Evan. "So what did you make, like $3?" she asked. "Actually, we made a ton." "What was it, Paul?" $45, said Paul. Jessie's mouth went slack. $45? There's no way, she said. Not at 10 cents a cup. "Oh, just the little kids paid that," said Evan. "The grown-ups all gave us way more. That's too cheap," they said. "It's such a hot day and you're working so hard. Here, take $1. Keep the change. It was crazy." "Unreal," said Paul. "They kept pushing all this money at us because they thought it was so sweet we were selling lemonade for a dime. We made a killing." Bright idea number 5. Jessie remembered it immediately. "That's called goodwill," she said, slowly picturing the exact page from her mother's booklet with the definition on it. "Goodwill is an intangible but recognized asset that results from selling good products, having good relationships with your customers and suppliers, and being well regarded in the community. It's when you do something nice in business and it ends up paying you back with money." She sighed. Why hadn't she thought of that? She would be sure to tear out that definition and put it in her lockbox when she got back to the lemonade stand. "Well, whatever. We cleaned up," said Evan. "Even so," said Jessie, trying to find some way to prove that Evan had not had a good day selling lemonade. "You had 4 people working the stand, so if you split $45 4 ways, that's only $11.25 each, which is still way more than I'm going to make today," she thought, since the whole neighborhood had already filled up on cheap lemonade. "We're not splitting," said Evan. "The guy said I could keep it all." "Right," said Paul. "All for a good cause." "That's not fair," said Jessie. "Sure it is," said Evan as she got on his bike and pushed off. "In case you didn't know, that's what it's like to have friends." Evan crossed the street. "Ouch," said Paul. "TTFN, Jess." He followed Evan. Jessie was left standing alone in the driveway.